This is your Weather Xtreme video for Sunday, January the 10th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. Quick look at the temperature trace at my weather station in Helena, and you can see that the front passed through here around the 7 o'clock hour or slightly thereafter, and temperature has been falling ever since, and the morning low this morning so far at my house is in the upper 30s. So it's going to be a bit of a chillish day today. Our surface map features a large high-pressure system over the central plains, and that is bringing a good north flow into the area, and you can see that the front has moved off the southeast coast. So we're going to be seeing some pretty chilly weather. The upper atmosphere flow has also developed and established a trough over the eastern half of the country. So once again, if you follow those contours, they come right from central Canada right down into the southeastern United States. The air is quite cold to our northwest over the Dakotas and Nebraska, parts of Iowa, with a lot of minus numbers, some of those as cold as minus 20. So it is a very cold air coming our way. Thank goodness that air will modify somewhat, so we're not going to see temperatures quite that cold. And as a matter of fact, it looks like temperatures this morning across much of central and north Alabama were in the 30s. The exception is Anniston, which was showing 41 degrees, but I suspect with the cold air advection underway, they should fall too. And the GFS is suggesting that by early this afternoon, we're going to see temperatures generally in the 30s across much of central and north Alabama. So it may be tough for some locations to climb into the 40-degree area, but most places are going to stay in the upper 30s, perhaps south of Birmingham, the lower 40s. The watch warning map features a number of winter weather, the purple and sort of pink colors up around the Great Lakes and over into the New England states. The brown are wind advisories, and the light blue are some freezing advisories for a large part of the for extreme wind chill. And then down in South Georgia, northwest Florida, and southwestern Alabama, those are freeze warnings for tonight. QPF pretty much tells the story for the next several days. It looks like for the next 5 days anyway, we're going to be dry with much of the rain confined well to our south. Storm Prediction Center has no slight risk areas for days 1, 2, or 3. As a matter of fact, for day 1, it's the only day with any thunderstorms along the South Florida area and over the mid-Atlantic states up into southern New England. All right, let's get to the 068 GFS model run. And there's our surface map for this afternoon, and you can see the high pressure centered over Oklahoma with a good northerly flow, bringing cold air right straight out of Canada, right down across the Ohio and Tennessee River valleys into the southeastern United States. That flow changes a little bit as we see the wind die off Monday morning with the high over our area, and that's going to be our coldest morning so far this winter season as temperatures dip down into the lower 20s, with most of those normally colder spots getting into the teens from 16 to 19. The upper air pattern for Monday features a number of little short waves that are coming through the flow, but we definitely have the long wave trough position over the eastern half of the country, so we stay pretty chilly. You can really see that on Tuesday, as once again we stay pretty chilly with the upper flow. Wednesday, we see a little short wave coming through the central plains that's going to help to reinforce the cold air. So Wednesday, once again, temperatures for highs not expected to get out of the mid-40s across the area with surface high pressure over the southeastern United States. We begin to see some changes on Thursday as the upper long wave trough position begins to edge off the mid-Atlantic states and off the east coast of the U.S., but we're beginning to develop a number of little short waves in the southern stream, and that is going to plague us. We see another one there coming across Texas on Friday, and that one may be associated with some precipitation across the lower Mississippi River Valley. The big problem I see here is that the precipitable water values stay rather low at an inch or less, and it just seems like with that low a value, we're not likely to see it wring much moisture out of the air. The Saturday map for the upper air features this another trough coming across Texas. Yes, they're coming across very fast. And once again, the GFS suggesting some chances for precipitation. But once again, precipitable water values are just very low. So I kind of think maybe just a few clouds. That nice trough moves by us on Sunday. And as it does, the low develops across the central Gulf and moves into the southeast coast and begins to develop. And when that does, it looks like we're going to see a good deal of wraparound moisture across the southern Appalachians, with the possibility of some snow all the way from middle Tennessee all the way northeastward into western Pennsylvania and western sections of New York. Of course, we'll have to watch the development of that and make sure no snow comes further south. But once again, for us, the precipitable water values are tending to be rather low. The screaming message we're getting from the maps out in Voodoo country is that things are going to remain active. There's the upper airflow on January the 19th, and that brings another short wave across the lower Mississippi River Valley. We see yet another one around the 21st, and this has a little bit of a colder look to it. We tend to stay with the troughiness over the eastern half of the country, but the GFS by the 23rd is developing a really deep closed low over Mexico. That could spell some mischief for the southeastern U.S., and by the time we reach the end of the period around the 25th, the pattern is once again going rather chilly for the eastern half of the country, but we've got that pesky southern stream upper low coming out of old Mexico, northern Mexico, and that could spell some interesting some interesting weather for the southeastern U.S. But it's Voodoo country, and that whole system may not be there tomorrow. Well, thanks for tuning into the Weather Xtreme video for this morning. James Spann should be back with the next edition first thing on Monday morning. In the meantime, check back on the blog for the later updates on Alabama weather. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Stay warm and Godspeed.